97 seconds. Go ahead. Tell them what we did.
No, you're the fucking craziest dude I fucking know.
First of all, you do realize that was sentence number 1 when we became friends. They were like, you know that dude is this, right? I'm like, no, I can't be right. They're like, you're going to find out. And I was like, seems fine to me. 2 years later, I look at all our friends. I'm like, there might be a little bit in there, but
maybe you just haven't seen all the crazy yet.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I say. Listen.
Because if you talk to Evil Kid will tell you he's crazy as fuck.
Right. And that's what I'm saying too, because I'm like, yeah, let's just not even delve into that darkness. We already no, what I was saying is you said something off the other beaten path. What I was saying is tell them the truth about what we did. We destroyed content.
Yes.
I mean, we do that all the time, but this is like the first time we've ever done it to a podcast.
Yeah.
We had a full episode where we destroyed it. I upset Joe Skelly.
No, it's kind of like when Prince, when he broke up with that girl he was dating.
And killed the full album.
He made an entire album about his relationship with her. And his producer's like, this is the greatest album you've ever produced. And he said, burn the tapes.
Listen, first of all.
And he was like, what the fuck? Why are you burning the tapes? And he said, because it was therapy. Therapy, my man. Destroy the tapes.
Hey, listen. Did you check out the new song?
The elevator song we made?
No.
Or the album we made?
No.
Which new song?
It's a new song. Just got written last week.
No, I have not.
It's called Hola, Hola, Hola.
Hello, hello, hello?
Yes.
No, I have not.
That's what it's called.
I'm not familiar with it.
It's called Hola, Hola, Hola. It's about a day in the life with Joe Skelly.
Oh, God.
You should hear it.
I should. Perhaps
it's
off
not
mic.
Totally done, but it's pretty bad. I had a lot of time to write this week in the musical sense because we've been doing work for Tommy Skelly, which shout out to you. By the time you hear this, we'll have missed our deadline, but it's fine. It's all written up. Everything's done for the most part. We just got to get back together and get out to them shows. So it's a pretty good song though.
All right.
I think everybody's going to love it. It's going to be our debut song. It's called Hola, Hola, Hola.
Dude, you're going to play that before you play the elevator music?
Oh, yeah, of course. We're not going to ever make it to 40 Patreon members. Let's move on. Don't fucking with you. This is why Butters writes us and tells us, she's like, get Tommy Skelly back and stop being you guys. What'd you say? Just kidding, Butters. We love you. So listen, crap. I had all my notes open. I had like an entire thing picked out.
Well, get to it.
I want to do the illustrious mainstream stuff, and we're going to do the old stuff, right? So here's a joke. This is a picture of something that's supposed to be legit, but 23-year-old woman arrested by police after she allegedly stole 65 Stanley Cups worth $2,500 from a California retail store. What's a Stanley Cup? It looks like a thermos.
Thermos? Yeah. Oh, those Stanley Cups. Yeah.
Well, anyways, this guy's
comment. When you say Stanley Cup, I'm thinking of the hockey trophy. And I'm like, there's only one.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's Stanley what I was saying, too. Yeah. I thought, okay, yeah. So it is just coffee cup. This guy's joke says they just took $103,000 from the Stanley Cup resale market.
Oh.
$103,000.
Wow.
For a cup.
Yeah, because they charge ridiculous sums of money for these thermos cups.
Right. Could you imagine stealing cups and making 103 in one swoop?
Well,
let's just go to Walmart and do the bin trick and pray that nobody looks. In reality, if you just slip that guy 40 at the gate, he'll let you through. I'm not going to say nothing, but it can work. What is this? Authorities by... Oh! That's my man, Kevin Mitnick, right there. He's a genius. Listen. Here's one for you. I got another one. Hold on. Oh, have you seen this post? I wonder if this one... I know this has happened because of the stories we've heard. Missing drunk man spent hours helping to search for himself in the party.
Yes, I did.
I'm not saying this one in particular, but that story's happened.
That's amazing.
With all the fuckery we know about, the effery, I got to edit that out later.
I guess, what if he was like, hey, you should check over here. He might be there.
With all the yeah. With all the effery, how did you know this was over here? I don't know. I came through here once. Me and my girlfriend used to hang out here. What's your girlfriend's name? Amanda. That's the same name as I saw Amanda earlier. She was across the way looking for this guy.
Now either he was misleading them because he thought it was funny,
Or he had no clue.
He didn't know. He's like, who you guys looking for?
Right.
I'll help.
Right.
They're like, bro, you're drunk.
Dude,
go home. He's like, no, I'm not leaving the search.
Here's my thing, okay? How come he got on the search party? We can't even get on no search party. Like, who let that guy on? We're way more slightly qualified than him. At least a little bit.
Maybe he was from a rural community that didn't have enough people.
With the two of us combined, we make at least 50% of the qualifications you need for that job.
I would agree.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. I would agree.
How did he get on the field?
He just showed up.
This is the shit that I get mad about.
Do you think he was walking around with his brown paper bag?
Oh, my goodness.
This is to keep the cold off.
Right. No, what if he told him it was hot cocoa?
Oh,
or he's doing the new age thing. It's just hot cocoa and it's just straight fucking bourbon.
Right.
In the hot cocoa.
Nobody smelled this. Nobody smelled this guy walking around.
Outside. Because you're outside. Would you smell him? Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I smell less when it's cold. When it's cold, you can't smell anything outside.
Yeah,
it's bad up here.
If he was close enough, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never been with anybody drunk in the snow at the same time. Have you?
It's a bad combination.
Yeah. It sounds bad.
It's a really bad combination.
I definitely, for some reason, know, and so do our listeners, that this kind of story must come from your side of the table.
Because listen, you always hear about those horrible stories of people getting drunk and passing out in the snow, like face down, like in the push-up position.
Is that real?
Oh, and the guy woke up and both his hands were frostbitten. They had to amputate his hands.
Get the fuck out of here. How do you get drunk enough to not be aware that you're outside in the snow?
Well, they were wandering around the snow and passed out.
Okay.
And then woke up, like frozen to the ground.
No, I can
on the brink of death.
What are you drinking and doing that causes that?
Well, it happens all the time.
These people
drink to that excess.
These people need alarms.
Or bells.
Internal for them. Like temperatures dropping, you know.
Well, isn't that a no-go? Oh, yeah. Now you're talking. What's that movie you just rewatched?
Oh, which one?
The Minority Report. That's like some Minority Report shit.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Got to tag everybody.
Yeah.
You think Minority Report would work? On a weird tangent
I think that's a scary utopian future, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to arrest you because you might commit a crime in 3 weeks.
That's all you got. You have nothing else.
Free will? Free will is all we have.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. If I'm saying, if somebody can physically take everything else from you, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But your choices, ugh.
Good, bad, or ugly.
The devil's dance, man. Listen, how about this woman who got arrested after 159,000 text messages to a dude?
Oh, I saw that.
How about that? That's
called psycho. To the guy who wrote in about Stalker, if you've gotten 159,000 text messages, is this you? Is this you we're reading about?
Oh, this is following their one date in 2017. That is wild.
That's called unstable.
Oh, in April, the man who was out of the country discovered her in his home via surveillance video taking a bath.
Oh.
Charged with felony trespass, released, and continued sending threatening texts, expressing violent intentions. She was arrested again.
So I guess asking her for a $1 bill before she asks you for one wouldn't work.
That might not work.
that wouldn't work in that case.
Listen,
hey, you got $1?
Here's my question, and be honest. You ever hung out with a stalker before? You ever been into it? You like into it? You ever met a person who stalked you somewhere? Legit, in real life, just came right up to you and was like, hey man, I stalked you here. I'm not saying they use the word stalking, but I actually had a person, a female, show up at a show once. And she came up right up to me and she's like, hey, Tyler, I'm so-and-so. I'm here now for you. And I was like, oh, who that for you, bro? And she was like, well, remember we talked? Well, I watched your feeds and eventually I knew you'd be here because I saw your friend spoke to you about it online. And I was like, oh, and you came across state lines to come to this show to catch me here? Oh. And she did. Then I messed up. I trusted her and told her to hold my hoodie and some dude robbed her. Oh. Allegedly. Oh. This is an alleged thing.
Yeah.
But I tried.
I the hoodie for me.
Right.
And meanwhile, she's rubbing it on her face in the car.
Well, no, I chased the guy. Like I saw him with the hoodie because he didn't have the hoodie before. Then I saw him after the songs, after the set, saw the guy and she told me, she goes, that's the guy. And I was like, hey, mother, blah, blah, blah. I said some things that were mean and he bolted right out of the show because there's a no re-entry. He just went right out of the show.
Or was it a setup because you rebuked her advances?
That's what I'm saying. I think it was a double cross.
Yeah.
was a
That's
double
what that
triple.
sounds like.
It was a double triple.
That's what it
But
sounds
a stranger showed up at a freaking public location that I was like, hi.
I don't think I've ever had that quite happen.
That's weird.
And if I did, I don't recall.
You don't remember it now?
Yeah, I don't remember it now. It may have that. There's something's tingling the old gray matter inside my skull here.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to think about that one.
I don't count that as a stalker though, like 110% because it wasn't consistent.
I did have a stalker.
All right.
And I was bartending.
Uh-oh.
And this female kept coming in on Fridays and Saturdays.
Oh.
Very cordial, kept coming in, right? And then one weekend she showed up on the Sunday midday shift. Right?
Okay.
Dressed to the nines.
Okay.
At like noon on a Sunday in a dive bar.
Okay.
I'm like, hey, can I get you something to drink? She's like, no, I'm waiting for my friends. Okay.
Perfect.
As time goes by, hey, can I get you a drink? No, I'm still waiting for my friends. I'm like, okay. So as time goes by, I'm trying to chat her up and figure out what's going on because I know I'd seen her several weekends in a row.
Right.
And then I was like, where are your friends coming from? She was like, well, they're coming from this place, and we decided to meet at the midway point, and this was the midway point.
Right.
Now it's 5:00. She's been there for like 5 hours.
Oh.
And I'm getting off shift. I was the only bartender there, right?
Uh-oh.
I got relieved. And I'm like, listen, I'm going to hang out and have a cocktail and shoot some pool. Can I get you something to drink? She's like, yeah.
Oh.
So we started shooting pool and hanging out, and things led to things. And then we decided to depart the bar, and we ended up going back to her place.
Oh no.
Which was like 3 blocks away.
Was her house clean? That's what I wanted to know
Yes,
first.
it was an apartment.
Ooh.
It was like 3 blocks away. So it wasn't the midway point from like this town to where she lived.
Right.
So that was a total lie.
Right. You got honeypotted.
Hold on. So then we're hanging out, we're having cocktails, and things are getting a little physical. And all of a sudden she looks at me and she goes, in an Irish accent that she hasn't had at all. She looks me right in the face and goes, if you promise to take me to church on Sunday, you can have me now. And I said, what the fuck did you just say? She goes, if you promise to take me to church on Sunday, you can have me now. And I'm like, whoa. And I start backing out of the house, out of the apartment, literally backed out of the apartment as she's following me. I'm getting into the elevator.
Did she get naked while she was following
No. She followed me to the elevator.
Oh.
And I'm pushing the button and she keeps saying it again and again and again. And I got into the elevator, and as the doors are closing, all I could hear is, if you promise to take me to church on Sunday,
out of here.
you can have me now. Dead serious. And I went down the 4 flights, got in my truck, and left. Never saw that one again.
You backed out because she did an imitation? You weren't even curious?
There seemed to be a lot of implication with this statement, right? What do you mean by if you promise to take me to church? Like, what is this? Like, is this an engagement? Do you want to get married?
This wasn't just a fling of like, she wasn't naked.
No.
She didn't get naked and then make the joke.
It wasn't even a joke. We're sitting on the couch. We were making out. And all of a sudden and then she turned around and stopped dead, put her drink down, looked me dead in the face, and started with this Irish accent and said, if you promise to take me to church on Sunday, you can have me now.
Was it manly or was it woman in Irish accent? I'm just curious.
It was a woman.
I wasn't sure. I know.
I can't do a woman's Irish.
No, I'm making sure.
Yeah.
Because if she's doing it like this, it's scarier.
Then
I would have been like, oh, I'm going to back out, my man.
It freaked me. It just freaked me out.
So she was still hottie to hottie.
She was very attractive.
But what about in between though? She can't just say it 6 fucking times. Like she didn't.
There was
laugh.
nothing. No.
Come on, dog.
Nothing. That was it. She just kept saying it again and again and again and again and followed me. I was like, what the fuck?
Did she call you later? Did she ever come back?
No. It started,
What did her house look like?
It was super clean.
What was on the walls though? Was it unicorns? Was it all unicorns?
No.
You walk in, it was all unicorns?
It was like OCD clean.
Okay, but was there any freaky signs other than it being clean? Like,
No.
Was there like
It was like
Hannibal Lecter pictures all over the
no,
wall?
no,
Nothing
no. It
like
was
that?
very, very how do they call it? Sparse. I mean, yeah, no, it wasn't super sparse, but it wasn't like super wall decorated, but it was like nice furniture.
So it looked like it could have been her kill room. Is what you've just described as Brown Bear's house.
Yes.
So it could have been a kill room.
Yes, it could
Like
have been a
just
kill room.
Some room you keep
Yeah.
out, like it's a fake apartment. You heard me, Brown Bear.
Yeah, look, first of all, you said it was the midway point between this place and a place that was
Right,
very
right.
far away.
Logistically, none of this makes sense.
No,
Yeah.
you're only 3 blocks from where we were.
Right.
So I was like,
That puts 6 blocks total.
wow.
It's not worth it.
And I was like, that's pretty weird. You're
what
only
kind-
3 blocks away, and you said it was the midway point between here and a place that's 90 minutes away.
What kind of dress was she wearing when she came into this? Like, what was it?
Super tight leather pants and a peasant top.
What's a peasant?
That's where it looks like a kerchief, but it's only in the front and there's no back to it.
Oh, that's got a name. I call that the bandana shirt.
Yeah, but it wasn't the bandana print. It was
Right,
like
it was just
like
the
a
cut.
sundress. Yeah,
Right,
it was like a
the cut.
sundress looking top.
And her makeup was all done.
Oh, and her hair was done. Gorgeous red hair.
Listen, I'm going to say this in the nicest way possible. You can't be a bartender and not have cool stuff like that happen to you. I was a clerk, and some hot woman pulled her pants down once
Oh my.
for no reason
Oh my.
other than making whimsical passes at like, hey, I think my pants are uncomfortable today. And she was like, mine too, schwap. And we were like, oh, that's on camera, right? Like, but as a dude, the stories I hear about bartenders,
You know, that's
is
back in the
that out of
day.
the
That's back
ordinary?
in the day when, I was pounding the gym like 2 a days and looking
a lot of those, those Kellys going around.
yeah.
Remnants.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Listen,
It was a wild time.
So on to it though, she never came back.
Nope.
Did she take her shoes off when you guys were getting freaky?
Yes.
So she was shoeless. You were not shoeless.
No.
So you didn't I mean, I don't know, man. Are you leaving something out? Because this is one hell of a cordial 180.
I'm not leaving
like
anything
the
out.
story would make more sense if you were like, I was 5 feet into the tunnel already. And then she looks at me with this Irish accent and I'm having to like evac out.
Nope.
That would make sense. But
Nope.
like, she didn't even get the dungaroos down and she's just like throws it out there.
Just threw it out there. And I was like, did she hit a point
What if she was in Whitbro?
What if did she hit a point of intoxication where she just lost her fucking mind?
Well, how much did you have to drink with her? Wait a minute. Were you drinking with her at your level?
We were drinking at the bar while playing pool.
So at your level, you were ordering the drinks.
Yeah.
You got my girl here,
We were doing shots, having
sloppy
drinks.
topped. Then she made a joke and you ran out on her.
It was not a joke. There was no laughing. It was matter of fact and dead serious. I mean, we're both,
She wanted to rock and roll.
listen,
How much clearer can she be?
if you take me to, what the whole thing about the church, like, they
You
threw
know
me.
what that means.
No, I didn't.
It means you got to have breakfast. You got to stay. Maybe later we're going to talk to the Lord.
Yeah, it sounded like a long-term commitment that I probably wasn't ready for.
And right now, well, no, I can't say that.
I mean, as a bartender, I don't
What
think
color
I
was her hair?
red.
There it is. Hey, look, if you would have said she would have had like, jet black hair and she was, caramel colored like me, we would maybe be more scared.
Oh,
But it was a redhead.
yeah.
Okay, first of all, let's just talk about number one, how we know that Joe Skelly loves the redheads. Listen, my man, I saw that movie with Ben Stiller and that unicorn redhead who beat old boy's butt. I think that's the same movie. Somebody out there writes that. I was like, you idiots are mixing up movies again. But anyways, I saw that in a movie once. And I'm not trying to be a jerk. The redheads are beautiful, but I never gone out to purposely chase a redhead until I saw that movie and they were like, these girls are all freaks. And I was like, that can't be real. You guys are dumb, blah, blah, blah. I chased one down, a pool of one, and she was a effing psychopath. And since that experience, my man, I haven't been near one at all. Dude, come on, bro. She took it to throttle 1,000. Throttle 1,000. And I'm not, you want to go over it? You want to know?
No.
Bro, she took me to the casa and it was not OCD clean.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
It was like hoarder?
Oh, bro. I've only ever been in one and that was it.
No.
Ever. And
you had to walk through pathways to get from room to room?
You don't even know.
Ugh.
And I was like, I don't get it. You're so cute outside the house. But now this. Anyways, there was some other stuff later. Legalities and such. Things were said. People were arrested. Doors were kicked in. It was a crazy interaction with this person.
It sounds like it.
And I feel, though, that it was directly related to possibly some of the lore of the fiery dragon souls that inhabit red-headed women. Because that story right there scares me a little bit.
It's very possible. It is very possible.
They're firecrackers.
Did you know that red-haired people have a higher tolerance and threshold for pain?
We are never going to get real listeners because we say stuff like this.
Than average people. That is scientific fact.
First of all, I would like to say that I would think that that is racist. So for my liberal left side listeners, I'm going to stand up and say right now that he or she
Google it.
Cannot take. I'm not going to Google it. That's not a real source. But
it's not Wikipedia.
I don't trust Google. But
and by the way, Wikipedia never mentioned that koala bears carry chlamydia.
Oh my gosh. Here we go. Listen, you saw old boy. We're so off track. You saw old boy that does what did it say? 20,000 accredited Wikipedias? Homeboy, you look like you haven't consumed anything but like fucking tacos from Taco Bell and Mountain Dew.
Oh yeah, my guy, that's the secret cabal behind Wikipedia.
And we're sloppy thick, but homie, that's death thick. There is a difference. We're sloppy thick. I'm okay with that a little bit.
That's like when South Park, when Cartman was in his basement and wouldn't leave the video games.
You remember, did you watch the actual, oh no, that is the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even get me started on that horrible episode. Nope.
We won't talk about it.
Tilting me left. Go the other effing, let's go back. Rewind. Going backwards. Hit the time button. Where were we?
Stalkers.
Crazy redhead stalkers?
No, we were talking about
just regular stalkers.
Regular stalkers.
Let's get away from stalkers.
All right, let's do that. Just be wary.
My stalker was hot, by the way. And it sounds like your stalker was hot.
Oh, yeah.
If you could have got through the...
Take me to church on Sunday.
Listen, the accent that's not a breaker.
It wasn't. It's not.
As long as she's not doing it in this voice.
Okay, so that's.
Hey, Joe Skelly.
The accent wouldn't have been a deal breaker because, like, we could role play.
Right.
I don't care about that. You want to be the Irish peasant girl? Hey, whatever.
No,
whatever.
She's the Irish forest queen. You're the lost gnome in the woods.
Whatever.
Right.
It was the whole promise to take me to church thing.
How does she not? Okay, and you're dead. I'm asking right now. She does not break character from this line until you are exited the building.
No.
Do you think she did it because she knew you'd run? What if she got you there and took your pants off and you're not telling me and you had some boxers on that were like the Mask or Power Rangers, right? Or some Miss Martha, I don't know.
Because that wouldn't, well, that was, never mind. That was the Commando days.
Oh, fuck. That's just proving the point even more. You sure that the Dungaroos were up?
They were up.
So she makes this joke and she just follows you out like she doesn't She doesn't try to grab you.
Oh, she was.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense than her just fucking calmly stalking you and saying the line over.
And she kept saying it louder and louder and louder as she was following me.
And she didn't break character.
No.
Bro, I think you got trolled.
That's not a troll.
I'm scared.
Shit got crazy.
You weren't even curious? Like, she never came back. Never. You didn't have her number. You didn't call her.
Nope.
I'd ask what her name is, but we can't air that. So.
No.
Well, now I want to meet her. I just want to know First of all, excuse me. This sounds like
Hey, female listeners out there, if you want to freak somebody out, just look that guy in the face and say, get that Irish brogue accent on and say, if you promise to take me to church on Sunday, you can have me now.
If you do it in the man voice, but if you do it in the other voice, you might just end up with a stalker.
No, that's true too.
Yeah, not in today's world.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea.
He might take that as a proposal.
That's what I was, that's the next thing I was going to say.
Well, that's how I was taking it. Like, this is no.
Yeah, but you could have left after.
And then what would the repercussions have been? Yep.
Oh, Joe Skelly.
Yep.
This is why the people.
Are we saying missed opportunities?
No,
should I go on Craigslist and go on? What's that section on Craigslist? I think there was that section. That was like
missed encounters.
Missed encounters. Should I?
I went there one time and read those. They were dead effing serious, bro.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I was at the Charlie's Market on
Does that
Central
even still?
Street.
First of all, does it still exist?
I haven't been there in 5 years, but I'm sure it does. You know it does.
I'm going to Google it right now.
You know it does. Who's checking those though? You know what that is, right? That's code for I want you to kill somebody for me. I was at the Frank's Mart looking for you. You looked at me. I said 5K. You said a bullet to the knee.
Hold on, here's Craigslist.
No, it's not. Oh my.
Oh. Gigs for sale, community services, education.
It should be
business.
just under straight missed encounters or encounters or something.
Or did they have to get rid of that?
They probably did because too many people were getting hacked up on it. I'm joking. You know what we need? We need a Bays Boys podcast Tinder profile.
Oh, God, no, we don't.
That we put it up and we just slide on women we think are cute and never do anything else. We just never talk to anybody.
That's mean.
Why is that mean?
That's mean.
What if we just slide on all of them?
It's gone.
It's gone?
It's gone.
Why is it gone? And why is that mean? I still don't understand why
because
that's
they said they were using, I know why it's gone, because they were saying that people were using Craigslist for prostitution.
Yeah, but they're using Instagram now and Kick and AIM and Snapchat. So what's the issue?
Yep, it's gone.
You and I have both been. We went to that college course, remember, where they were talking about how the hookers literally talked about how the internet has destroyed the street cred game for prostitution.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's been over.
Yeah.
Even we're so freaking behind the curb that we didn't even know they were doing it on Instagram before they were, which makes sense. They right away doing horrible things. Way to go, you Instagram participants. That's why we can't go on there. There's too many weird redheads writing us. All the women write him and all the men write me asking how to be him. And I'm like,
oh, God.
I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. You fill my DMs with weird questions.
I'm not getting the feet pics either.
Yeah, I don't know Joe Skelly's shoe size. Stop asking me. It's freaking weird.
Yeah.
I'm not looking.
I'm not just. So what? How did we even start here?
Stalkers, oranges, redheads, Viking girls, and girls with random accents.
All right.
Which again, listen, man. Here's a tip. We're going to give out tips now. Okay? It's 28 minutes in, so it's 28-minute tip time.
Oh, okay.
It's super easy. Just walk up to the broad, make a joke. If she laughs, keep talking to her. If she looks at you like you're freaking stupid, just move on. Boom, done. Solved.
Problem solved.
Solved. No Tinder required. No accounts. No nothing. Listen, let's get off the Tinder thing and let's talk about the community that's going to happen where they don't even use cell phones. I want to talk about those people.
All right.
I'm not talking about the Amish because I know you're going to say that, but not them. The new age Amish, the new ones that are coming, people who will be against 1,000% using technology. We should take our millions and buy an island and allow no tech on it.
There's already one.
Oh, what's it called?
It's in the Hawaiian island chain.
It's called No Tech Island?
No, you have to be invited to live there, and you have to live in the way that the ancient Hawaiians lived.
I would 1,000% do that. I would like to go.
Yep.
Can we leave tomorrow?
You won't be invited because you're not Hawaiian.
You don't know that.
You're right. I don't know that.
We could cover some tattoos. Or we could cover me in some new tattoos. I could get a tan. I'm already fitting the size. A little bit
and your
more
people are from there.
Yeah. I mean, down the way.
Down the way.
Nobody notices.
Hey, you're from down the way?
Yeah, nobody notices if we sneak in.
Oh, right.
You know that's true. We're like as my friend, or as a few, well, I don't know if your friend said it, but remember we were making that joke about, well, no, let's not talk about that anymore. Moving on. So anyways, that almost slipped out.
Yep.
So what's up? We get on that island and then what?
Then you just live the old ways.
I want that. I thought we were going to get a homestead and quit this shenanigans.
We need 40 Patreon subscribers.
What? Listen, my man, let's live in
We get 40 Patreon subscribers. We'll play the hour of elevator music and then we'll just disappear into the sunset. Into the sunset.
We're going to die.
Into the sunset.
We're going to die. Listen, have you seen, you guys should go look this up right now. I just want to bring this up. The rope harnessing skills of the Japanese firefighter.
Oh, my man is a beast. He is a beast.
I would like, I don't know nothing about this. So like, I'm looking at him though, and I'm
Swiss
curious.
seat in like 0.7 seconds.
And what is that? Is that a handmade rope harness?
Yes,
that's what it looks like.
Instead of having a commercial harness, you can use sling rope. You can use certain tensile strength rope and make a harness.
And that's what he's doing.
Yep.
So he could rappel with that. He could do the inverted cool stuff.
Absolutely.
All of it.
Yeah, all of it.
And that's what he's. Wow.
And my man can throw it together in seconds. He's a fucking beast.
If you guys haven't looked that up, you should look that up. We need to find, if you're a listener and you're a firefighter, please write the show and let me know if you know anybody that can tie their rope repelling what's it called?
Swiss seat
as fast as this guy can.
I'll be impressed.
Super gangster.
We
should have an entire parking lot event of who can tie their Swiss seats the fastest, right? That's the whole event. And we'll have to make like the hangout place like a carnival because nobody's going to come to do the competition. So we'll have the whole competition set up.
And then can we do the Batman drinking game?
Yeah. Which one's that one? Oh, every time he commits a crime. Yeah.
You got to drink.
Yeah. That's trademarked by us.
That is
Warner Brothers.
That is
eat a dick.
That is trademarked by us.
You can't have that one. That's ours.
You guys can eat two dicks.
We're going to call this the pop culture drinking game. Every time somebody picks up their phone, take a drink. Every time somebody says YOLO, take a drink. Every time somebody drops a Tide Pod, take a drink. Every time somebody tells you
Tide Pods?
Yeah. Every time somebody tells you their criminal justice degree isn't getting them the amount of money they want, take a drink. We're going to be freaking drunk forever.
Right. Every time somebody tells you I can't get into the FBI with my criminal justice degree, take a drink.
I met another one of those kids the other day, by the way. Lord. We're going to talk about him off mic.
Yeah.
Let me talk about, no, actually, we're not going to talk about that, but yes. And it was the same thing. It's like, I'm going to go to college, for this. And
I'm going to get my criminal justice degree from the community college.
Perfect.
Why can't I get into the FBI?
Yeah. You know what guys want more than anything in that field is for you to go get a degree about that field that has nothing to do with exercising that field.
Right.
And then come over and try to be in the field.
Hey, you want to be in the feds, get a law degree. You want to be in the feds, get an accounting degree. That's how you get in.
You can also, this was told me by an ATF guy. He was like, if you speak another language,
if you go to clown school,
yeah. If you speak another language and you get a degree, they'll handpick you. Those are pools. Those aren't what are they called? Seniority, whatever based, test based. But anyways, aside from that, this is a serious podcast.
Very serious.
Very serious.
What do you know about Pyramid Lake in Nevada?
What? Listen,
totally sidebar.
Nevada, it's totally boring. There's nothing there but Vegas and hookers.
No, there's a place there called Pyramid Lake.
What do they do? At
Pyramid Lake, there's a sphinx-like structure and a pyramid. It's some of the oldest pictographs found in North America. And they found the bones of a skeleton that were over 10,000 years old.
Another skeleton, huh? What's with you and the skeletons, guy? We're going skeleton hunting. That way Joe Skelly can find his own skeleton.
Yeah. Where the fuck did it go?
We got to find one.
Okay.
We have to. I'm
saying it's not in the basement of the house.
Yeah. Oh, everybody else seems to find them. We can find one.
Well, look, if you have an old house with a fieldstone wall and a dirt basement floor,
oh, you're in trouble.
You better get some ground penetrating radar.
What I really want to do is,
I bet the ghost camera would work there.
Oh no.
Wait till we start
news bears.
Wait till we start posting the ghost camera
You're gonna get Pop-Tarts all excited. She's all messed up. She want to beat people up. doing ghosty things.
By the way, did you post those Desert Storm trading cards on eBay yet? I bet they're worth a pretty penny.
You're fired.
Fired.
You're fired. We blew our one load once. It was a belt buckle. Since then, we've acquired nothing
that's been worth anything
other than receipts. We've got a ton of emails saying nobody cares about us.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what we got.
Yeah. So this Pyramid Lake place, man, it's pretty weird because they've got Egyptian-like structures and pictographs / hieroglyphs and 10,000-year-old skeletons.
Do you think maybe people just showed up to America before Americans did and just said this place sucks and it's cursed and we shouldn't come here?
Before white people? There were people here before white people. I didn't
say white people, but now you said it. So sure, before the white people, maybe now we're taking it really deep. Listen.
Allegedly, the Aztecs came from the United States.
We're supposed to be a funny podcast.
Well, the truth, you know what? That is a true statement. That is, when people came across the Bering Sea land bridge to the United States.
Yeah.
And they kept moving south.
Right.
But the lore, if you read the Aztec lore, is they came from a place far north and they had a name for it and they described the regions and it's like Iowa or something. There you go.
We don't even trust the world map anymore.
Oh, bro, that's the biggest scam there is.
Right. So if people tell me now, they're like, well, this person came from this person, I believe it.
The world map you're shown in school is incorrect. Landmass size is wrong. Longitudes and latitudes, things don't. Yeah, it's odd.
All right. So listen, this is more important to our people in our podcast. Are you ready?
Yep.
Philadelphia could soon outlaw wearing ski masks in public.
I didn't know that people were. I thought it was pretty much frowned upon.
Well, I mean, what about when it's cold?
Okay. Dead of winter. We all had ski masks as kids.
Right. So it's banned now. You're done.
Okay.
Just no more ski mask.
What was the causation?
What do you think?
Right. A gangster-ass city where people are getting robbed and shot on a regular?
We're not supposed to go political, so I'm just going to say this, and this is it. I find it highly ironic that they're banning anything that could hide your face in public.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Does anybody see some fucking irony here?
There is some irony.
Okay, let's move on. Let's go back to the broad that sent 100 million text messages and led us to that one because she was our gateway into this horrible stench, and we should go the other way. Okay. She was kind of hot. Imagine if the broad breaks into your house and takes a bath, homie.
Yeah.
First of all, why do you have a camera on your bath? What in the F are you doing?
Maybe
do
you
think he got him because of the stalker? He's like, I got to put these cameras up everywhere.
Or they just had Ring cameras set up in the house, maybe not necessarily in the bathroom, and you could see.
Oh, no. He saw her taking a bath on his security footage is what the little article says.
So the question is, why do you have a Ring camera in your bathroom?
Right. In case she breaks in.
Oh.
Homie.
Well, maybe after 75,000 text messages, he was like, you know what? I need to put cameras everywhere.
Right. Then he waited for the other 170,000 for her to show up, or the other 70,000. Bro, I don't know. I just think it's freaking wild. Listen, the greatest prank in the world. I'm going to give it to you now.
So, no, let me ask a question.
Yeah.
Does the super hot crazy scale match up?
For this particular one, it looks like a headshot, but almost. But again, I mean...
or was she some wackadoodle meth head?
No.
That's like when I was on the dating circuit. That was like that one chick I went on a blind date with that seemed pretty much normal. And then as we were going through dinner, she started telling me how NASA's trying to poison everybody in the United States and kill them. And, she started leading onto these really crazy topics and then was screaming at the dinner table and all kinds of other weird stuff.
Do you think that's legit?
Oh, she was, well, all right. When you tell me you're in the Navy, okay. You're deployed on deployment on an aircraft carrier.
Okay.
And they remove you from the aircraft carrier halfway through the deployment.
Oh.
There's only 2 ways you're getting off an aircraft carrier on deployment. I'll say 3 ways.
You've been collecting money for your locker.
3 ways. 3 ways.
Yep.
You're pregnant.
Yep.
You were so injured that they couldn't treat you in the hospital on the aircraft carrier.
Right.
or you're fucking bonkers.
Right.
Those are the only 3 ways off in there. And she wasn't pregnant, and she wasn't a double leg amputee.
Right.
So that was kind of the first clue. And then when I asked her to tell me about her tattoos, and she screamed at the top of her lungs, "No!" in the middle of the restaurant, and everybody was staring at us. Yeah, it was kind of weird. And then things went downhill from there.
Let's go left. There was a Florida man busted and arrested for trying to break into a jail to hang out with his friends.
You know what? I got mad respect for my dude.
What do you think?
Is it true? Yes.
I mean, what a gangster.
Right.
We still didn't watch that movie of the greatest beer delivery of all time, by the way. We need to get on that. They just remade it. It's the story about that Vietnam guy who allegedly went all the way.
The civilian who went to Vietnam to deliver beer to his friends.
Yep. That
is a true story.
Is heroic.
That is heroic.
That's amazing.
That is amazing and heroic.
But yeah, I found this one. Man, there's,
Would you break into jail to hang out with your buddies?
It depends. Like, what are they in jail for?
Like, why wouldn't you just do something to go to jail?
Well, he did. He broke in.
No, I mean, not break in. Let's just say you just do some petty crime so you get thrown in jail with them.
Right.
Instead of breaking in. Because that's a much bigger crime.
I don't know. Is there really a crime for breaking into a jail?
Well, breaking and entering.
That's not that big of a crime. It's pretty small.
I'm sure there's...
For federal?
I'm sure that there's
level?
some laws about breaking into a detention facility.
You ever heard of... It was Florida, first of all. So there's that.
Right.
But no, I got mad respect for him.
Respect.
Do what you want. F the government. Let's move on.
Look, my man's going to spend some time with his buddies now.
You ever...
But what if they were in for trespassing?
And they get out in 3 weeks and he's like there for 6 months.
6 years.
That's what I'm saying too.
He got like a 6-year case.
Right. That's why I said, what are they in for?
Right.
Because if they're in for 6 months, again, just wait. I'll just wait.
Well, here's my
hard.
question. Here's my other question. How many numbers has he got? Is that like his first number or was that like his 10th number? So he didn't think nothing of it. He was like,
He's like, whatever, dude.
This is my 10th time here.
Could you imagine? I'm not even about that.
And then the
life.
next question is, how secure of a facility was it that my man was able to break in?
Well, he got caught. So they knew, I guess.
How far in did he get?
How would you break into the prison? One sentence. What's your entry? What's your physical entry? I'm not saying like just what's your entry plan? Like hop in the wall, dig in the tunnel. What are you thinking?
Pretend to be a guard or a worker.
Pretend to be a guard?
Or a worker. Like
yeah.
a food service worker or something
there
like
it
that.
is. Subcontractor.
Yeah, subcontractor.
I wouldn't want to be a guard because you know what's going to happen.
Everybody knows the guards.
Right.
All the guards know the guards.
Who the F is the new guy?
Right.
Yeah, I'm not about that life.
No.
Now, if I was in there fixing something, you got to figure out whatever day crew's on and grab one of those uniforms. You're good to go.
I'm a plumber.
Yep. I wouldn't want to because they're not giving you a key to the jail. So you're still stuck there based on their stuff. But if we absolutely must go in there, I'm trying that way.
All right.
You know?
All right.
Here's an interesting one we saw. You ever heard of a guy named Randy Johnson? He's a baseball pitcher.
Tell me more.
Mariners. That's why.
Is he the guy that Southbound and Down is based on?
No. Is that a thing? Is that show really based on something? That show is dumb as F, homie.
Dude, that show is fantastic.
5 episodes of that, and I think my IQ went down 6 notches.
Dude, that show's so fucking funny.
That show,
it's loosely based off a real guy.
Oh my God.
It's loosely based off a real guy.
We don't have time to get into that.
Maybe he played for I think he might have played for the Braves.
Jesus. I hate that show.
Dude, that show was amazing. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't. We are not the same. So listen to this, though. This guy throws for the Mariners. What does that say? Yeah, Mariners. Yep. So this is what he said. He used to keep a bag of baseballs next to his bed for his self-defense.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. I'm not going to argue with it.
Yeah, I don't know what to say because I'm like.
He whips a hard ball at you at 98 miles an hour.
At 10 feet.
Yeah.
Something bad is happening.
Right. He was assuming, though.
Well, that he'd have 10 feet.
Yeah.
But I mean, his arm's still got to be pretty good. So even if he's got that little ball in his hand and he's whooping your ass with it, it's got to hurt, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, a man throws post 100 something probably for baseball, top whatever, guys, 90 something miles an hour. That arm's got to hurt.
That's a lot different than the chicks who put socks on baseball bats.
Oh.
for self-defense. So if you go to grab the bat,
Oh, is that what that is?
yeah, the sock slides right off the bat and you pull the bat out and
You
get
know
back
why?
at him.
You know that trick doesn't really work because when you actually swing the bat at speed, the sock goes flying off. So I tried that a bunch.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because I heard about this a while back in school and I was like, that's a dope trick. And then I tried it and the sock goes flying every time I swing the bat and I'm like, damn, what am I supposed to tape this to it?
Did you use brand new socks?
I don't remember. I just remember
Dude,
this
if you had
thing
a sock where the top of it was all stretched out.
Right, it was just falling off.
And it looked like an elephant's butthole.
I probably did need a tighter one.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wear a size 13, so it's not like, I don't know.
Oh, and now we're talking
smaller
about
sock?
foot size?
I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just saying. It just seemed like a dumb trick. I was like, this is not a thing. Humans are obsessed with planning ideas for when things go wrong, right? Like, I get it, but that's a weird one.
That's a weird one?
That's a weird one. If you swing and hit the old boy in the head, you don't got to worry about him grabbing your sock. The fuck is happening? If my swing, listen, if
so
your swing
you're saying if I keep a bag full of cue balls next to my bed,
I'm saying that if your plan, like if your executed strike went so wrong that you have to rely on the emergency parachute to get said second strike up, I think it's safe to say second strike was never coming. I think that's what I'm trying to say.
okay. I
think.
Maybe I won't argue with you.
I don't know. You ever swing a bat at somebody bigger than you? If you miss, you're taking an ass beating. So that's what I know. I'm
make
like,
it count.
This is science.
Make it count.
Right. Old boy swings that ball.
But here's the thing. Everybody's trying to go for the torso and all that.
Oh.
Go for the knees.
Right. With the bat?
Yeah, go for the knees.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to defend against a knee shot.
We won't even get into that.
All right.
You remember we already did it. We're too late. Remember we were joking about that teacher who was like, blunt objects aren't good for defense. And I was like, homie, I've watched dudes bust some guy's kneecap out with a broomstick. I promise you it'll work if you hit him in the soft spot. Yeah. I wouldn't want to get hit with no bat.
Nobody does.
With a sock on it or not. What happened, officer?
Well, my bat condom came off.
Yeah, my bat condom came off, and I feel like that's why his teeth had fallen out. Because the condom wasn't there to protect him. Like, bro, what are you talking about? I put a bat condom on my gun in case he grabbed it from me. It would slip right off.
Shoot through the purse.
Who are you fighting,
What?
Jet Li? Homie. I like those movies where they
Chow Yun Fat.
Yeah. It Man's coming. I like those freaking movies where the dudes disassemble the weapons in one stroke.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, homie, you selling me this as Kung Fu magic? And I paid an exorbitant amount of money to learn this trick, and it doesn't even exist.
You
like
saw that
grabs
in a
it.
movie and you found...
I was like,
you
I'm
found
going
a
to find
You found
somebody.
a Sifu and you're like,
Yep.
here's $2,000. Teach me this trick. And
Yeah.
they're like, okay.
Yeah, right. I want you to
Okay.
grab this banana out of Tim's hand for the next 10 weeks.
Okay,
Then
white
we're gonna
boy.
try this later. Damn it. The sock trick, bro. I just learned that trick, like as an adult. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, you want to die. Who taught you that? Who taught you that? Ask you for your money back. You're fucking fit to die. I put a sock to get my second strike. What was he doing in between the first strike that you missed?
Right.
Did he parlay?
Right.
I'll just sit here while you put it back on.
Right. I don't know, but it's from Florida, and everything crazy in the fucking world happens in Florida.
Oh, the guy jumping the thing?
Well, I mean, everything crazy.
Him jumping the gate, that was from Florida.
Which one's that?
The prisoner that we just talked about.
Oh,
that's why I thought you said that. I'm like, oh yeah, how'd you know it was from Florida? Yeah. How'd you know it was from Florida? Yeah, it was. It was from Florida. You know, he's probably homies with the two guys that were shooting themselves in the chest, testing their body armor. Remember that one?
Oh, how about the ones that were shooting each other in the feet?
Why?
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Yep.
Listen, you guys need leashes.
Listen.
We're back to the leash again. Put a leash on there.
So the reference for those of you who don't know is I saw a gentleman.
It was Dana White.
No, I'm not talking about that.
I was talking about the Dana White interview.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm
Leash
talking about the
MMA
picture
boys.
that I took of the guy walking his
you wanna
8-year-old
talk
down the
about that?
8 or 9-year-old down the street with a leash.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, You can thank white people for making that famous.
Right.
That is a given thing. Like that meme in the internet, when that arrived, it was nothing but about milk-colored people.
Yeah.
Now, my man, listen.
I've been thinking about this.
You cannot have a 10-year-old on a leash, my man.
Listen,
That was made for a baby.
right. And at first I was upset, and then I thought about it based on the individual that was holding the leash.
He's going to say it.
And I was like, he's thanking God he had that child to pull his morbidly obese ass down the street. That's what it was. He wasn't going to move any further if she wasn't just dragging him.
She wasn't moving him. It was mass times weight times elephant times string.
Maybe he was training her for the Olympics.
Bro, he looked like he'd never make it up past 5 miles an hour. Ever. Again, we are...
Isometric exercise made that 10-year-old girl's legs like tree trunks.
What have you been doing? Hauling my dad around since the age of 6. She gets onto
Why can you squat 1,200 pounds?
Yeah, she gets into school. They have like a tire dragging team. She's like number 1.
Right.
You're the greatest strong woman of all time.
What do you attribute this to? Dragging my dad's fat ass down the street.
Listen, this is cattle dog boy all over again, bro. Listen, there's nothing wrong with that. So listen, one more, and then we're going to dip. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Because we're at an hour, and Butters doesn't like it when we go over an hour. All right, so here we go. There is a real video. I'm going to post it up. I'm going to hold it up for Joe Skelly to look at. Look at my video, my man. Oh, I got to restart it. How do you restart it? Oh, hit the watch now button. What is this? Describe to them what this is.
This looks like two guys in cars racing down a track, and they're driving the legit Hot Wheels loop race jump track.
Bro.
First of all, that can't even be real. You know how fast you would have to be to drive a 360 around a loop?
That is exactly my question. That's what I wanted to know. I was wondering, I'm like, is this real or is this a thing?
It's like, you ever see the guys on
Where
dirt
are they
bikes?
doing this?
You ever see guys on BMX bikes or dirt bikes that attempt to do this trick?
Uh-oh. You're getting into Pony Boy's thing
I'm
here.
just saying.
You should see the tricks we've been sending each other in the DM that these kids have been pulling off, bro. I'm like, homie, how? My fat ass has a problem doing like an inverted cyclone. Can't even do an ollie on a skateboard. Y'all motherfuckers are doing backflips. With a, you know what was huge when I was on the skate park? Like for the 5 minutes I was there?
When you were on your Razor?
Yeah. No, that's what I was just going to say. How did you know that? My Razor. Razors were famous, bro. Little kids with scooters doing backflips and stuff.
Oh, on the Razor scooters?
That's ludicrous.
Right.
What in the world is happening? I want to meet some of these kids that can do backflips with scooters, and I want them to record that kid's life, to write up the moment where somebody shatters them and brings them into the adult world, and their brain just basically says, you're not good enough to do backflips anymore. Go get a job.
Oh,
that's what I want to know. Isn't that messed up? It's savage, right?
That is savage.
Because you're looking at these kids and you're like, bro, are you like, you just did a triple quadra 360 reverse heel flip over something that you and I.
And you know why they did it? Because nobody told them they couldn't.
Right.
Because nobody told them you can't do that.
But listen, and we've talked about this before. Now we're going way over. We've talked about this before. The first man who did the 4-minute mile, and the very next year, how many other people did it?
Like 4 more people, right?
So just by proxy of all these Instagram videos and all the amount of under 15-year-old kids that I can see
that are made out of rubber,
that are doing inverted 360s 50 feet in the air, does that mean that these kids are all going to be pro Red Bull guys?
Oh, eventually.
Is that really? But there's more of them.
But I mean,
that's my question.
So
there's what do we do with more?
Nobody believed. Nobody knew you could do it before.
Right.
So now that they know they can.
So now what do we do? Now we have Red Bull doing tracks and stuff in air balloons. You've seen those. I know you saw those. You saw the guy who took the whole skate park up in the air on a balloon.
Oh yeah, that's
and
nuts.
they've been biking.
I just saw somebody do a bobsled track.
Nope.
On a skateboard.
Oh.
And like half of it was like off of hanging over a cliff or some crazy shit. Like if you went over the side, you were falling to your death kind of thing.
And he did it with a skateboard.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was a water park slide that was like 12 stories up.
With a skateboard.
Yeah.
Why?
It was like it was a Red Bull thing.
Bro, imagine hitting the rock on that bitch. Or right where the seam doesn't match.
Right.
As you're going 90 miles an hour down.
It was insane. It was insane. I don't know. Yeah, it was either a bobsled track or a water slide, but I think it was a water park. It was like a dry water park.
That would make sense. Are these people, speaking of water parks, did you see that water park blow up?
Oh yeah, in Sweden.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Was that bad boy active while it was going off like that?
It might have been.
Oh.
It might have been.
That's scary.
That is super.
You should never trust water parks. You know
indoor water parks, outdoor water parks. Like if you want disease, that's the place to go.
It's not. Listen, man, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be a freak. I know everyone's going to be like, well, you're just being an asshole and you're too much of a pussy. Look, we've been on the roller coasters, first of all. Second of all, I was there when they dropped that water ride in Knott's that goes like this. Goes around, comes up, comes this way, drops straight down, and then just comes back around again. It's literally Montezuma's Revenge in a freaking boat buoy, right?
Right.
Dude, within a year, that fucking thing killed some fat woman.
See?
Legit. She fell right out of that bitch and poggled off like a ball, just ping pong.
I'm willing to guess there were safety things
that she didn't follow.
All right.
1,000%.
Yep.
But my point is,
I'm getting on this ride. You can't tell me.
Right. But my point is, like, you just ignoring science, bro. and I get it. You know, we got the most respect for these BMXers and stuff. But when you walk, eventually you must fall. When you jump in half pipes at 40,000 feet, eventually
somebody's going to fall.
Somebody's coming down.
Yep.
And that is wild to me.
Without a doubt.
Now, here's what's really cool. You see all the positive BMX bike videos, whatever, but you got to go to the dirt side and Google
all the negative
messed up ones.
Yeah, where people are coming in the ER with broken bones and stuff. It's like, have you ever seen the X-rays of Travis Pastrana's body?
No. Is
it
bad?
He's like the Iron Man, bro.
Tell them who it is. Tell them who
Travis
that is.
Pastrana is like Nitro Circus. He's the guy that jumps dirt bikes, BMX bikes. He races cars, jumps cars, monster trucks.
He's still active?
Oh, he retired finally.
Right.
But I watched his last trick.
His X-ray probably looks like mud, doesn't it?
Bro.
Just everything messed
he's
up
like
and
Steve
rehealed.
Austin, the $6 million man.
Got pins everywhere,
hip
too?
Replacements. Pelvis is bolted together like crazy stuff. You can Google the images. They're wild.
We don't trust Google.
No, that's right.
Listen, be honest now. Being a student of these communities, being a student of the medical community, as a fan as you are, do you believe in your heart of hearts of all the things you've seen that there are certain people that just have higher pain thresholds?
Yes, there are.
And you think that those people are out there, they live it, and they can do these types of things?
Yes.
Do you think those people in particular are part of that group?
Yes, because it's the same group of people that are lacking the thing that causes fear.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that whole thing, but yes. And that is, hey man, fear is taught. That's another thing too.
Well, no, I think there's a certain innate self-preservation thing that kicks in a lot of people.
Oh, 110%. But you can always, as you've
seen, you can override it.
That's
but
what
I
was
think
just going to say.
You can override it, but I also think that there are people who are missing that.
Right. Oh, 100%. Old boy 5,000 mile climber.
Right. Free solo guy, the Alpinist, the other movie, the Alpinist. Like,
and we're not being mean.
No.
Homeboy said it in the video. He said, I do not experience fear the way that normal humans do.
Yes.
And then we're going to get off after this, but you know what brought him into the fear world, right? A woman. 30, 97 seconds of everything you want, everything you don't want. Thank you for coming out to the show. Leave a 25-star rating. Leave 50 stars.
Sign up for Patreon, and we'll peace out into the sunset.
Sign up for
leave
Patreon
you with an hour of elevator music.
Yeah, so we can run away to Transylvania and hunt ducks and whatnot. What else? Thank you for pumping everything. Shout out to our friends down south, down east, up north, everywhere west.
And keep looking for all the new stuff that's coming.
Right. We actually do have some really fun stuff planned for you guys. This year is going to be awesome. We are not bound to the studio this year, which last year was atrocious for us because me and Joe Skelly were involved in different business adventures that kept us from traveling. So our last summer got eaten up, but this summer, ladies and gentlemen, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Stand by.
And I'm hoping, dude, I really want the church story now. Like, I want a broad to say, I want to get a girl onto the couch. Don't ever tell the Mega Beast I said this. But I just want a girl on the couch to say the most obscure, effed up thing to me so I can run. I've never seen this. And I kind of low-key want to see what happens.
Oh, God. 30, 97 seconds. Bays Boys Podcast.
Bye.